Hello students, so we will start with our lecture today, that is impulse response of interconnected systems. Okay, so what we are going to do over here is that first we will try to derive responses of interconnected systems and then we will represent it in the form of impulses. Okay, now when you talk about interconnected systems, there are two major arrangements. First one is systems in parallel and second one is systems in series or cascade. Okay, so let's dive into our first category, that is systems in parallel. Now consider over here in this scenario that you have two LTI systems. That means you have two systems which are linear time invariant systems. Okay, and each of these system has a impulse response. So the first system has impulse response h1 of t. Second system has impulse response h2 of t. Okay. Now, in both the systems, they are connected in what? Parallel. Clear? So when you look at this scenario, you will get a layout something like this. Okay. So you will have two systems. First system will have impulse response h1 of t. Second system will have impulse response h2 of t. Okay. Now see over here, both the systems are given an input which are x of t. So x of t is given as input to h1 of t and x of t is given as input to h2 of t. So when h1 of t performs operation on x of t, you get y1 of t, and when h2 of t performs operation on x of t, you will get y2 of t. Okay. So this is how you will achieve y1 of t and y2 of t. And to achieve the overall output, what we need to achieve? First, y1 of t and y2 of t. Clear? So let's try to represent y1 of t and y2 of t. Clear? So consider this output of the first system. So output of the first system is what? y1 of t. How y1 of t is represented? y1 of t is represented in the form of convolution, which is x of t, that is a input signal, convolved with impulse response, that is h1 of t. So input signal is convolved with impulse response, and that's why we get what? y1 of t equals x of t convolved with h1 of t. Similarly, try to represent output of the second system. Output of the second system is denoted by what? y2 of t. Okay. So how it will be represented? Input signal convolved with impulse response. What is input signal over here? X of t. And what is impulse response? h2 of t. So hence x of t convolved with h2 of t gives you y of t. Okay. Now, to achieve the final output, that is y of t, how we calculate it? For that we require y1 of t and y2 of t. Summation of both of these outputs will provide you with y of t. So let's go further and derive y of t. So y of t is given as what? y1 of t plus y2 of t. Now you already know how to represent y1 of t and y2 of t in terms of convolution. Yes. So how we got that? We got it in equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now substitute values of equation number 1 and equation number 2 in 3. Okay. So after you substitute, you will get this particular equation. So y of t equals x of t convolved with h1 of t plus x of t convolved with h2 of t. So this is nothing but y1 of t and this is nothing but y2 of t. Okay. Further simplify this convolution with the multiple integral. So how it will change? Integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau h1 of t minus tau d tau plus integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau h2 of t minus t tau d tau. Clear? In next step, what we have done? We have taken this x of tau as common. Okay, and we have represented this entire parameter, that is h1 of t minus tau plus h2 t minus tau in terms of h of t minus tau. Clear? So h of t minus tau is nothing but this particular section. Clear? Now represent this integral in the form of convolution. So it will be x of t convolved with h of t. Okay, in order to achieve this, what we need to calculate basically? To achieve this, we need to calculate this particular entire equation. Clear? So in this proof, what we have seen is that in order to calculate output or response of the systems which are connected in parallel, we need to sum or add the impulse responses of individual systems. Okay, that is, impulse response of two systems connected in parallel is the sum of individual impulses, that is h1 of t and h2 of t. So h of t can be achieved by the summation of h1 of t and h2 of t.